Hey everybody, I want to introduce you to Katie Gregory. She is my niece-in-law. She lives on a big ranch in New Mexico. She rides horses, she trains horses, she owns cows, but she says she's not a cowgirl. You'll have to judge for yourself when you listen to this episode. She's funny and dynamic and kind of squirrely, but I think you're really going to enjoy her. Thank you very much for watching. We're cleared from
I was like, I'll wear a cowboy hat. I try not to wear cowboy hats. I'm not actually very cowboy.
You are very cowboy.
I'm not.
You are very cowboy.
I really am not. It's actually one of my favorite things about myself is I'm not a cowgirl. It really is. It's one of my sister and I's hot takes that we're not cowgirls. We've rode our whole lives.
And what are you?
We're horse girls. The worst kind of thing you can be. Deeply into horses.
Deeply into horses.
Deeply into horses, not into cows.
And could you be a English horse girl?
I don't, probably.
So you could ride equestrian and you'd be all right with that?
You know, I've always wanted to ride dressage.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the little dancing, just like...
Do you think you would fit that world pretty good?
No, 0%. No. But I do think it'd be fun, though, if you, like, went into one of their, like, arenas that they practice in, and, you know, they do it to, like, music, and their horse has to be on beat. And, like, I just think it'd be, like, really fun to be out there and be like, you know, play my music, and just, like, with your horse dancing.
So what would be your song?
Ooh. All Night Long by Lionel Richie.
All right.
Yeah. No doubt.
There you go.
Yeah, Lionel Richie, for sure.
All right. And so do you think you could barrel race to music?
Oh, absolutely. That's the best way to barrel race.
And would you still be All Night Long with Lionel Richie?
It is my hype song. Like, if I made it to the NFR ever, like, not that I would want to, but if I ever did, me and my sister talk about this, I would want Lionel Richie going down the alley of the Thomas and Mack. Like, all night long. You're going to get copywritten. I sound just like him.
Oh, you know what? You might.
I know. That wasn't...
So, yeah, YouTube, ignore that, okay?
Yeah, it's all keys. It's the best song, though.
So let me do an introduction.
Okay.
So everybody, this is Katie Gregory, and she is my niece-in-law. Is that correct?
Yep.
So she's married to my brother's oldest son, Grant, and you live a cowboy lifestyle.
I do historically live a cowboy lifestyle, like an authentic one.
For a non-cowboy.
No, if a cow comes at me, Grant knows, like, the gate will not be watched.
So you do not stop a cow?
No.
And you don't participate in branding?
I mean, I'll give shots, but if, like, they flank and it goes a little crazy.
You don't get involved in flanking?
No. I tried
Why?
one time here in Rosciata. Yeah, I tried once.
Were you on the tail or were you on the rope?
I tried the tail, and it was dirty, and it wasn't interested in it. I was out on that.
And how about roping?
I used to rope. I used to break away. I wasn't very good at it.
And Grant doesn't have you dragging calves?
I have drug calves. I've only drug calves once, and I was 3 months pregnant. That's my claim to fame.
Did you enjoy it?
I did. I had a great time, except dallying is scary. It freaks me out. I'm not ropey. I'm not
a cowgirl.
Not a cowgirl. I'm not
ropey.
ropey. I look super authentic, but I'm not. Not at all.
And your photography is
very
Western.
authentic.
Western
very,
can be.
Very Western, very authentic. Yeah, I really, I don't know. In 2019, I quit my job at the bank, and my dad bought me a camera for my present because I was depressed about quitting my job. And
why did you quit your job then?
I quit my job in a violent fashion, you know, like one of those minutes, like when you want to like swipe everything off the desk and be like, I quit.
Oh yeah, were you nasty to your boss? And
No, but I
okay.
did send a hasty resignation letter, and then I was like, I quit my job. The job I like worked really hard for, and like I was like,
were you a personal banker? What were you?
I was a credit analyst, so I did all the financials for agricultural loans, specifically for farms and ranches, and you know, this is a long story though. If like that job,
long stories are good.
That job was super integral into my life plan because I always have a life plan at all times. And so I was dating your nephew. Nephew, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Nephew. I was dating him, and he was like, what are you going to do when I live in the middle of nowhere? And I was like, well, what's in Tucumcari? And he was like, 2 banks. One of them's farm credit. One of them is, you know, another bank. And I was like, I guess I'll just work at one of those.
And you guys met while you were getting a degree in economics?
Accounting.
Yeah,
okay. We met at New Mexico State our freshman year. He had a girlfriend. It's very, very lame of him. He didn't like me. I liked him immediately. He was the love of my life when he walked in the room. I knew that.
And the girlfriend, was she in the way?
Yeah. I mean, they were together like a long time. Like it was, you know, that love of life. I had to wait. It was a slow burn. It took a while.
And did you have any part of getting rid of her?
No. I had to wait it out. I'm not that kind of girl. I had to wait it
Okay,
out. But
all
I
right.
was locked in on him. Like he walked in, so he was not supposed to be in that class. It was like he did ag business, and ag business shouldn't have been in that econ class. They like had to merge. They had to like I don't know. His schedule was in there, and he walked in there wearing exactly what he has on today, just the same cinched jeans and a button-up little pearl snap shirt. And I was like, oh, a cowboy, gotta have it.
But even though you're not a cowgirl,
But I'm not a cowgirl.
You wanted a cowboy.
Yeah, I had like athletic shorts on and a t-shirt. You would have never known.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And
Yeah,
so
no.
you started dating, and he said, "I'm going to live in the middle of nowhere." Which
Yeah. He
he
did.
proved, right?
He did. He meant it. And that was the furthest I've ever lived from town or like a coffee shop in my life.
You're talking about the first ranch.
The first ranch, yeah, it was like really middle of nowhere. And so he lived in a single wide, and it was New Year's, and he brought me out there, and I thought we were never gonna get there. It was like 30 miles on a dirt road, and I drove a Hyundai Elantra.
Were you driving?
Oh yeah, and it was like, duk, 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 like ripped the bumper off. Like it was, and I was like, this is where you want to live? And it was just like dry and cactus and, and he was like, yep, this is what I want to do. And then I remember we stayed in that single wide, and you could like lay down at night and hear mice running through the walls, and it was very authentic.
At least they're in the walls and
They were
not
in
on
the
the
walls,
bed.
yeah. I mean, they were everywhere. The house had been abandoned for a while. And so we stayed there.
And now he was in charge of an area of the ranch that was 3 miles wide and 15 miles long, right?
That was later. This first one, he was
Oh.
just kind of in the like a guest quarter because he hadn't graduated yet.
Okay, so
And
this was
then,
in
yeah.
Cruces. This is before.
We were still in Cruces at that point. This was in 2017.
Okay,
And so this is the first time I'd ever been to this kind of ranch because like I grew up around, cattle and stuff like that, like ranchettes, like little things. We lived on 10 acres, 10 miles from town.
growing up.
Like we had horses in stalls. The first time he told me he wanted to turn out my horse, I was like, and do what? Like, what is he going to do? Like, he needs to be in his stall. Yeah, it was a learning curve for sure. So then he lived in the single wide for like a year, and I lived in Albuquerque a year working at a bank. And then we got married and we moved together to Tucumcari, and we lived there. That was the first time I met you at our wedding.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And how far was that ranch from Tucumcari that you lived on there?
Like 30 miles.
Okay, so pretty close.
Yeah, it's pretty close. And then it was only 5 miles on a dirt road to the interstate. It was like easy. It was easy ranching compared to the first ranch.
And is that where he had 45 square miles?
Yes, and he had a huge ranch, and I used to call it the Wild and Untamed because there was snakes that were so big, the biggest snakes you've ever seen. And like I said, I'm notoriously not cowgirl. I'm not Western.
And are you not snake girl either?
No, it's my worst fear. I still
Really?
am scared of snakes.
So more scared of snakes than spiders?
Oh, for sure. I'll
Hi-
crush a spider,
How
but
about heights?
heights. Oh yeah, no, I don't want to go up high anywhere.
So no heights, no snakes.
No, I'm fine with speed. Love speed. Love
Okay.
love the horses. That doesn't scare me. Heights and snakes.
All right, so now you're living on this ranch 30 miles from Tucumcari, and
Yeah.
you have your first child.
Yes. So
and
yeah,
then you had a little bit of excitement after that, if I remember
yeah.
right.
I almost died. I got real close to dying. I got about 10 minutes from dying, and it was crazy. That's when you live really rural. That's a unique thing because when that all happened, this also funny. I was like laying there on the bathroom floor because I hemorrhaged. I was bleeding to death.
How old was Claire?
2 weeks old.
Right, and
Yeah.
and then you had a bleed.
Yes. I hemorrhaged, and I was laying. So I got up to feed her in the middle of the night and went to the bathroom and passed out, and I started like hemorrhaging. And I was laying there and like all my own blood. And I was like really calm, and I was weirdly calm. And Grant's like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No. But you know what? Get remarried, find someone to love my kid."
You told him that?
Yes, because I thought I was dying. I was certain I was dying.
Did you have a person in mind?
Yeah. No.
You
No.
didn't say, call Sally.
No. No, but I did tell him, I was like, you have to find someone to love our kid and take care of her and brush her hair, because he was like very concerned about that because he grew up with boys only. And then I told him, I was like, listen, she can take care of my kid, but she can't have my horses. That was like, I
Oh.
did tell him that on my deathbed. Like,
So, I had a friend, just to sidetrack.
yeah.
So he said his wife came to him and said, "Hun, if I were to die, would you marry again?" He said, "Well, I've enjoyed being married, so I think I would." And she said, "Well, would she cook in my kitchen?" He said, "Well, it's a good kitchen. You got
Yeah.
lots of stuff,
Yeah.
She said, "Well, would she sleep in my bed?" She said, "Well, hun, that bed's not old,
Yeah.
so why not?" And she goes, "Well, would she play with my golf clubs?" He said, "Oh, no, she's left-handed."
That's funny. Yeah, no, we have kind of like a morbid laugh about that because, I almost died twice. I almost died the second time I had a kid too.
Okay, so anyway, you're
Yeah.
bleeding out. You
Yeah.
tell him, and what does he do?
Oh, he was like super calm and he was super together. He's like blind without his contacts, and I don't know really how he fumbled around the house, got the gates open to the ranch, gave him instructions to get to our house, and then he like saved my life. It was just, yeah.
And then if there hadn't been a fixed wing plane in Tucumcari,
right, because somebody else on I-40 was in a car wreck. So that's like the craziest thing. So what happened to me was I had a retained placenta, and that happens usually, that happens fairly often. That's not like too crazy to have in pregnancy, but to have that hemorrhage 2 weeks after birth is super crazy. That was super, super rare. And then I had like a level 4 hemorrhage, I think is what it was. I think that's the correct term for it. I don't know. We'd have to have someone check that. But lost a lot of blood, very, very close to dying. And there was an accident on I-40, and the guy broke his leg, and they took him to the hospital in Tucumcari. And that hospital is really only good for just stabilizing you, but I was not stable, and all they could do for me was put blood in that was going to come back out. Like, there was nothing they could do.
So you just started getting transfusions, and then they put you on the plane?
No, they didn't give me any transfusions. The ambulance, the EMT, made a phone call and called the doctor and was like, I'm just going to bypass. Procedurally, he was supposed to take me to the hospital, and he was like, I'm going to bypass this. And he called the fixed wing plane and told him like somebody was dying and needed to go. And so I got to the airport, and the EMTs on the plane, wrapped me up and stuff. That guy, he like changed my life. I asked him if I was going to die, and he was like, nope, it's not your day to die. And I was like, okay, I'm fine then. It'll be fine. I was out of my mind. Like, I was like half awake, but
sure.
Yeah, it was, I just vividly remember his head like over mine being like, it's just, you're fine. You're not going to die today. I was like, okay, cool.
And they flew you to Amarillo, is that right?
They flew me to Amarillo. At this point, Grant had a 2-week-old baby and had no idea where I was going, or like the guy on the plane called him when I landed.
All right, so the ambulance got you at the ranch.
Yep.
Grant followed them toward town.
Yeah, he didn't know. He had to get the baby up, do all of that, and then he had to like clean everything because it was a mess, and they didn't know where we were going. So he waited for a second until the guy called him and told him where I was at.
And then he rushed to Amarillo.
Yeah.
And they saved you.
Yep, they saved my life. It was a pretty cool experience. I actually think all people should experience a near-death experience.
Well,
that's my hot take.
I don't know.
It's a hot take for the podcast.
And so are you Christian?
Very, very Christian.
And were you Christian before that?
Before that, for sure. But I feel like when you're in your 20s and stuff, you get kind of lost in life, and that's why I feel like you need a near-death experience, because when you experience something like that, changes your life. Like you don't waste a day on a bad mood, because you might not have one tomorrow.
Sure.
Yeah.
It puts things in perspective.
It does. It did. It put everything in perspective. So now,
and having that happen so young, huh?
Yeah,
What
I
a
was
gift.
25. Yeah.
All right, and then the second time?
The second time, so I waited. They told me I couldn't have another kid, that I probably wouldn't be able to have another child with how bad like the damage was done to me. And so when I found out I was pregnant, everybody was high alert, I actually spoke with your daughter about it.
Yeah, you and Jacqueline are close.
Yeah, we're super close. And we've sat on my porch at the ranch, and I was like, let's just have another baby together. Like, you get pregnant and I'll get pregnant, and we'll just have babies together. And she was like, oh, okay, I don't know, we'll see. And then Grant's middle brother was getting married, and I remember calling her and being like, guess what? And she's like, what? I was like, I'm pregnant. And she's like, I'm pregnant too. It was great. And so we got to be pregnant together, and she really got me through that pregnancy, because I was like wigging out.
Now, did you have sickness during Claire's pregnancy?
No, I had perfectly healthy pregnancies. Nothing was wrong with me at all.
And with Sloan, did you have a
no?
So they're just worried because of the
right,
hemorrhaging.
Because I had like a lot of scar tissue and stuff, so they didn't think I'd be able to carry a pregnancy to term.
All right.
So that was like the main thing that was a concern, if it was going to happen again, which it did.
And so, but you were ready for it this time.
Yeah, we had a lot of plans in place. Yeah, we were ready for it. I was only a couple minutes from a hospital this time.
And had you found your replacement wife as well?
Yeah, I tried. I told him I wasn't going to die this time. It was fine. No.
So you didn't have someone picked out?
No, but he does know where to put me if I do die.
Where's that?
Oh, at the ranch. I want to haunt it right there. I just want to I want to be at the ranch 24/7. He's welcome to have another wife, but I'm going to be there, I'm going to supervise. I love the ranch. The ranch is paradise. I love it.
Okay, so you moved from the ranch in Tucumcari, and
yes.
Now where do you live?
So now we live in Trementina by your parents, and that was just another God opportunity that we got to live there. And it was also it's been a life-changing thing to be there. It's like...
How far is that from town?
Um, 45 minutes. I don't know how many
Okay.
miles it is. Like I think it's like
So
40.
45 minutes from Vegas,
Yeah, from Vegas.
maybe an hour to
Mhm.
to Tucumcari.
Yeah, hour to Tucumcari, 45 minutes to Vegas. I'd say that's spot on.
And you got a beautiful home, huh?
Yeah, we got a beautiful home. We were super fortunate. With the photography, I took pictures of that property for Mike because he's a realtor, and I was just there to market it, to take pictures for it. And I was like, I can't ever come here again. This is the dream. I shouldn't take pictures of homes that I can't live in. And I loved it.
So it was a little bit of love at first sight at that
Oh,
place.
absolutely. That place I don't know. It's God's country. Love it. Love it
And
there.
I should mention that we're sitting here on your father-in-law's guest
Yep.
house porch.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place
And
too.
this is in Pandaray, New Mexico. And my brother, Mike Gregory, your father-in-law, is
Yeah.
a realtor.
Yeah.
And you guys kind of work with him now, huh?
Yeah. Grant works with him in the real estate. I work with him in the horses. And I don't know. And then we do the ranch. Like Grant does all the ranch things.
And the ranch thing with my dad a lot.
Yes. Yeah. They're probably he works more for Grandpa at the ranch things right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works good that way.
So we're going to advertise the Dead Horse Ranch.
Yeah, the Dead Horse Ranch.
Which my brother's selling.
Yeah.
And so the ad will appear right here.
Watch it. It's fantastic.
Just beyond the noise, past old cattle trails and forgotten fences, time slows down. Here, the sky stretches wider. The land isn't just beautiful, it's enchanted. "6,100 acres of rugged terrain and rolling pasture. An equestrian paradise with improvements that are rivaled by none. Bordering the national forest, this is more than a ranch. It's a living story." Forged by the land and waiting for its next chapter. Dead Horse Ranch. Your story begins here.
All right. I hope you enjoyed that.
I was actually funny. I was in that. I'm in there. Yeah.
Are you the little blonde girl?
I know there was some kids there too, but I am blonde then. I am dark haired now, but I was blonde when that was shot a couple months ago. Yeah, no, I was on horses all day that morning, riding cotton horses, and
That's a beautiful ranch. Huh?
oh, it's an insane ranch. That's also God's country over there.
So did you feel bad taking pictures there, thinking, "Oh, I need"?
I didn't take those pictures. They had a full marketing team.
Oh, that's right. They
come.
had a production.
Yes, a
company.
production. It's too big of a property for some. I don't think I would be capable. It would overwhelm me.
Oh, that's not true.
Oh, I feel like it would be. Oh, it's a lot.
So your photography, it captures the modern West in an incredible way. And
That's what I tried to do. It's the
and
exact goal.
have you had training?
No, none.
Zero.
YouTube. You can learn anything on YouTube. I watch YouTube a lot. It's how you learn those camera settings.
Well, there's not just the settings. I mean, it's your
Yeah.
angle and all that. You got a flair for it.
Yeah. I've always liked photography. I was that weird kid walking around with a little
Okay, so
camera.
you've been wanting to take pictures your whole life.
No, if like in another life, if I had come from a more entrepreneurial family, maybe I would have started that route right away. But that wasn't. We were like very much raised like go to college. You need to get a degree that you can get a job in. Do all those things. It's like my party trick now that I have a degree. I don't use it at all.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a nice piece of paper.
So I've always thought of you as being very entrepreneurial.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's all because your nephew. He's very entrepreneurial and very self-starter. All of you, all Gregory's. I think that's the one thing I can take away the most from y'all's family is gainful self-employment. Yeah. It's amazing to me. Most of my family, I have some people in my family that are very entrepreneurial, but my personal family wasn't like that. My mom's a teacher. My dad worked at I actually don't know what my dad did.
He's not CIA or something, is he?
No.
Or is he a hitman?
No. He
Oh,
did
okay,
work
right.
for a nuclear waste plant, though. That's cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I think my grandfather's brother was like one of the head guys that
Yeah.
started the
Yeah.
nuclear waste.
It's like where my hometown's like known for. It's like its thing. Now it's
Yeah.
oil field, but
and a lot of Gregory's in
a
Carlsbad.
lot of Gregory's, which is hilarious. I took him to a wedding in Carlsbad, and I was like, I had to go all the way to Las Cruces and then Las Vegas, New Mexico, to marry a Gregory that's related to the Gregorys here. And they all thought that was funny. Because, like, Miss Gregory was my 3rd grade teacher. Yeah. Do you have a podcasting room? Designated?
I want to. I want to set up a studio in Cody's old bedroom.
Yeah.
Have you been to my house?
No,
How
I need to go.
How come you don't come to?
I told you this just a little bit ago because I have 2 small children and I'm not strong. That's a long drive.
Jacqueline does it.
I know, but Jacqueline's
She does it
incredible.
with 3.
Yeah, but she's incredible. We've discussed this. I know my strengths and weaknesses. I'm going to
You
let a
could-
cow go by the gate, and I'm not going to drive that far with 2 small children.
Oh well, you really should get to Missouri sometime.
I know. I'm going to. I really am. It's going to happen. I just, I need to go when it's not that humid because I'm sensitive as well.
So, non-cowgirl,
I sound terrible.
non-entrepreneurial,
Yeah.
and sensitive.
I'm sensitive.
All
no,
right.
like in the humidity, I went to, you remember when I went to Tulsa? I was
Yes,
like
when
near
we went to Sam's graduation.
Yeah, I almost died there at Oklahoma State.
From what?
Humidity.
You don't die from humidity.
You could.
It frizzes your hair a little.
Yeah. It's just not, wasn't a good look.
Yeah, I remember that's the first time I really got to visit with you.
We had a good time then.
We did, and you were.
I had Googled a lot of jokes to have them just in my pocket.
right.
I kept hitting you with them because
You
I
want
had
to throw one out now?
can't think. I'm not a jokester.
You were then.
I was because I was prepared. I knew you were going to do it to me. I had followed your Facebook enough then. No, I need to actually. I want to circle back to college. I want to tell the story about meeting you on the cell phone, like calling
Okay,
you on the
all
cell
right, let's
phone,
go
because
ahead.
it's like one of my favorite Chris moments.
Okay.
It really is. So, we grew up on horses that my mom bought the best horses that she could afford at the time, and we had great horses. We rodeoed our whole childhood. Fantastic horses. We probably should have gotten killed with some of the horses we bought, but it's great. And so in college, I didn't have any money, so I bought a horse off the track. He was $1,500, and he had no feet. He got ruled off the track for bucking, and they had pulled his shoes, and like he kept getting crippled, and I couldn't figure it out. We kept doing different things to him, and I had met Mike, and we had sat at
My brother.
your brother. Yes, sorry, the brother. Yes, we had met. I met him for the first time, and we were just discussing the horses and like that I was a barrel racer and those kinds of things. And I was telling him like, yeah, I had this horse that was crippled, and he's like, well, my brother is like a really great horseshoer. You should call him, ask his opinion. And I was like, okay. And then Grant was like, okay, I'll call him with you. So he calls him, and I text you a picture of his foot, and you're like, yeah, your horseshoeing is carnival. You said a carny had been shoeing, which true. But then you're like, oh, I'll find you a person. And so you gave me the number of a guy. I called him. I'm certain this guy was very put out with me. He was,
Put out with a horseshoer put out with a barrel racer. That's hard to imagine.
yeah, a barrel racer with an off the track 3-year-old that would rear up. And he had bad shoes, and his feet hurt, so he was really bad to shoe. And so he had a stud chain when we would shoe him. He was terrible. But this guy showed up, and he was like very grouchy about the whole situation. And I remember sitting there in my chair, and I was holding the horse, and then I was like, I'm just gonna take some pictures and stuff. So I always take pictures, that's my thing. So I'm taking pictures, and he was like, what's that for? And I was like, oh, I was just gonna send them to Chris and see what he thought. At this point, I am not a Gregory.
So
I had not met
I
you.
didn't send you this guy. This is the guy you found?
No, you had told me to call him.
Okay.
You had known of him.
Okay. So
I don't
didn't-
think he went to your school. I think you just knew of him down there.
Okay.
And so I was like, I'm just going to text Chris these pictures and see what he thinks if we're on the right track. The way this man was so nice to me from that moment for the rest of the shoes is like, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I discovered fire that day. I did. I was a caveman who just lit the match. And I was like, yes, I am Katie Gregory. I wasn't yet, but I was going to be. It was great. It was a good time.
Well, I remember your sister used the same thing.
Yeah, my sister and I, we love a useful family member. It's
Yeah.
great.
So Doug Hogue is a friend of mine who
Yeah.
was shoeing your sister's horses.
He did. He
And
did.
then,
He shot him, and he did. He also greatly respected you. It's a great time.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He moved to Houston now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is your sister still running barrels?
Oh yeah, she's hitting it. She's got a really great set of horses.
And are you going to chase the NFR someday?
Never in a
Never?
million years. No.
Why?
I don't know. It's never been my thing. It's always been her thing. It's always been my goal that when she makes the NFR, I will be there filming it to profit on her. That's my goal. I want to, get those behind the scenes, all those behind the scenes videos, that people like people like me who like to enjoy. That's my goal. I want to like have viral moments that I created that I profit off of my sister's success.
So what kind of barrel racing do you like to do? Just jackpots?
Yeah, just jackpots. I'm content if I can just sit on a horse's back. Now that I don't ride as much, I'm content. Like today, I just like walked horses around in circles after they got worked and washed them.
And you've been getting to do that for a week, huh?
Yeah, for the whole week. It's pretty cool. He's the trainer here is really nice. He lets me, just jump in and
So what do you guys got going on here? I know my brother kind of built a facility for
yeah.
this.
So that's kind of what me and him do together now. In a sense, is he bought some really cool cutting horses. He's really into cutting. I knew nothing about cutting 8 years ago.
All right, so if you guys don't know, cutting is where one guy on a horse cuts a cow out of the herd. There are turnback horses trying to push that cow back into the herd, and the one cow's got to keep it from going into the herd, and then they get judged on how well they do it.
Yeah, the horse is basically like goalie.
Right.
That's the easiest way, and it just looks cool. There's no real point to it other than it's really cool looking, and it's
And the less the rider does,
yes, the
better
rider's
the
not.
horse.
It's all horse. You want the horse's mind to really and training to show through. Yeah, so I knew nothing about that, and he was very into it, and it's been fun to just kind of change disciplines and stuff and do something different. I filmed today, actually. I got to ride a little bit, but I filmed a lot of horses and sell videos, and I'm telling you, every time a yearling looked at me funny, I was ready to jump up out of that arena. I got to work on it, really, too.
So what were you going to do to it?
I don't know. I just, whoop, They just look at you funny. Yearlings are unpredictable.
And so do you feel like maybe you should spend some time in the Heartland and
Yeah, I do.
get
I
to
think
where
you'd
you
make
could
a man out of me. I know
make a
you
man
would.
out of you? I don't think Grant would appreciate that.
No, but I think I need it. I literally, I do. I need it.
I
So much
posted that.
respect.
I posted that video of that girl jumping on the donkey,
Yeah, I wouldn't survive.
and I had so many people that I got half negative comments on that. Like, I can't believe you'd catch a donkey that way.
It worked.
It works amazing.
Just sit on them.
Yeah. So
Well, they sold up.
they don't do anything. Sometimes they don't even buck. Like
Just kind of hop.
they'll hop maybe a couple
Yeah.
jumps, but it is a good way to catch. If you have 50 donkeys in a pen,
Yeah.
if you go in there and get on one, you've got them caught.
How terrible is shoeing a donkey? Would you just trim them?
We're just trimming those, but it's not bad. It's just like it's like,
But they don't pick up their feet, right? Like you have to
well,
like
you got to pick
manhandle
up their
them.
feet sometimes.
Yeah, like I don't. That back end would be. I'd be
So you
afraid.
don't want to be a farrier?
I don't, but I'm really upset that my husband's not.
He had the opportunity.
I know. What a waste of an opportunity. I berate him about it constantly. Jackie, your daughter has told me repeatedly that my horses would never get shod if he was in fact the farrier.
That's the point.
Yeah. He said that, the wife's horses are low priority.
Yeah.
No, I would have just loved that to have the Gregory last name and him be a horseshoer. He'd be getting like 500 a head, and I'm sure of it.
So what are your? You have a bunch of horses now.
I do.
And what are you doing with those?
So when we bought our house in Trementina, the people there had 7 broodmares, and we were riding on a Polaris, just looking at the ranch, and he asked me and Grant, he's like, "Do you guys have any interest in these broodmares? I have this little breeding program, and I can't take them with me where we're moving. Would you guys have any interest?" And I did not hesitate. I just said, "Yep," and that's the last time I've accepted free animals.
So they were free.
They were free. I didn't pay anything for them.
Did you look in their mouth?
No,
You're not supposed to look a gift horse in the mouth,
Chris. Always with the zinger. That was a good one. Yeah, no, they were papered. They're great mares. They're wild though. They're like a real Remuda.
Truly
Yeah.
a feral horse. Huh?
Yeah, they're. I mean, you can move them around and they come to feed and stuff, but I still haven't pet any of them.
And you have studs turned out with them?
I do. So that's kind of what got me into it. Is he had a stud turned out, so all of them were bred when I got them, and we had 6 babies that year. We sold those, and I thought that was a pretty cool way to stay home with my kids and have some money. So it was fun, and I just loved it.
And it's working out.
Yeah, it's working out really good. I bought a horse on Ranch World Ads. I bought a stud on Ranch World Ads. He was 18, and it was like one of the best purchases of my life.
Oh, I've seen.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the
I
horse
wrote
in
about
person.
it.
Yeah.
I wrote about it. You can read it on my blog.
Yeah. You know what? Tell us where your website is.
KatieGregoryPhoto.com. It's been a little dormant lately because I got 2 kids.
But you sell pictures on there.
I do. They drop ship pictures, so you can pick a picture and it'll come straight to your house. And we'll give it a discount code. We'll have a Heartland discount code. I'll put one on there. You'll get
Okay.
20% off. Yeah.
All right.
We'll do that.
So what is it, Heartland 20?
Heartland 20. We'll do Heartland 20.
Heartland 20. If you go to
Yeah.
KatieGregoryPhoto.com.
.com. Yep. Yeah, and then you can
Excellent.
go to around the ranch, and I like to ride there. That's my favorite thing to do. I just don't do it enough.
Well, your writing is why I really want to do this podcast because you are unbelievably hilarious in your writing.
I've always loved riding. I like to, and now that I don't have a professional job and I'm gainfully self-employed, I can be as unhinged as I want when I write something.
Yeah.
Tell whatever story I want. So if you've
And-
ever wronged me, no, I've wrote about it and it's coming.
You're like Taylor Swift.
It's coming.
So when do you write? Do you write in the morning or?
I try to write at nighttime. I like to write it. I like to reflect on my day. I would like to write a memoir at some point because I don't know. We live pretty crazy life sometimes.
And do you journal?
I do every day.
Do you really?
Yeah, every day.
Man, I wish I'd have done that.
Yeah, don't you?
I was told as a young man that I should,
Yeah.
and I didn't take that advice.
Do you like to write too?
I love to write.
Yeah.
Well, I have some books.
I know you got a lot of books. I've read most of the book. I haven't read all of the book.
Did you read the textbook?
No, I don't know what that means. We've discussed this. I'm scared to pick up feet. I'm useless.
Little Blueberry had to move our table. So, do you write short stories?
I've never wrote a short story.
So,
I mean, like in school and stuff, but no.
you just write funny anecdotes of your life.
Yeah, like I just like, like things happen all the time to you that are hilarious if you look at it through the right lens. Sometimes it's going to take a minute to let whatever you're writing about sit before it's funny. But now I find most things funny.
If you look at the right angle,
Yeah.
you can find the humor in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I each of my daughters, I gave them an email address when they were born, and I send them emails regularly of funny things they do because I don't want to forget it. So I try to write funny things to them that they say.
Have you ever caught them checking their email?
No, but they do you remember what your kid's first word they said that was like super messed up, but it was so funny?
I don't.
Yeah,
But you have that, and you have a record of that now.
yeah, and I have a record of that because like Claire, my oldest daughter, she always says tomato, or for a tomato she calls it a mato, and the other day she called it a tomato, and it was like so upsetting to me. So I had to write about it and send it to her. That like she's 4 and ready to go to college saying tomato.
So we are experiencing one of those beautiful New Mexico monsoon rains,
Yeah,
and I don't know if this probably not good for my electronics.
yeah. Do you want to go inside?
I think we're going to pause here and reset up. All right. And we're back. So anyway, we had to move in because it is coming down out there.
Yeah.
All right, so where were we?
I don't know. What were we talking about? Horses? I feel like we're always talking about horses.
Talked a lot about horses.
I love horses. Oh, so my horses, yeah. So I bought this stud off of Ranch World ads.
That's right.
Yeah.
And how's he bred?
He's owns on a play gun out of an own daughter, a dual pet. He's 18. He's the best purchase I ever made. Love him to death.
And he's well broke, right?
Oh yeah, like I think he rode him some right before I got him. He had shoes on. He came with full blown clips on his feet. And I asked the guy, I was like, why does he have clips on? And he's like, well, in case you need to go through any rocks. I just wanted to make sure he was ready. I was like, I'm not riding him. I never rode him.
You've never rode him?
I never rode him. I've sat on him in the pen, and my kids have sat on him.
Grant's rode him, right?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
The new stud we rode today.
Okay.
Mike's stud. Yeah, but no, my studs are old. They haven't been rode. I have 2 now, but the first one.
And how many mares do you have now?
Still 7.
And do you sell your colts through your website?
No, I don't. I usually just sell them like private, just people know about them, and it's worked out pretty well for me that way. I hope as we get further along that I can put them in some sales and like market them a bit more. I think that's kind of where I want to go I really like doing the videography and photography of horses specifically. And it plays in with all the things I love the most, which is the horses.
Now, have you ever started a horse and taken
No.
it from? You haven't.
Mm-mm. I haven't.
But you have trained horses to be, once they're broke, to be a barrel horse.
Yeah, I'm fine with riding one that's broke. So yeah, the one that the guy shod for me, he was a barrel horse until he died. He got hit by lightning. It was a bad deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Grant bought me a 2-year-old for my wedding present. Yeah. Yeah, and then I rode him until he was 8. And
No, the 2-year-old he bought you, was it started?
it had 60 days.
Okay, and you took it from there.
Yeah, he rode it outside on the ranch because I was scared to ride it out.
Okay, so getting to that, not maybe it's not that horse. Which horse almost killed Grant?
Oh, yeah, that one. That one. So that's funny too. So I almost died with having Claire in 2020, in September of 2020.
So that happened during COVID?
It did.
I didn't
So that made it
realize
way
that.
worse. It was
Yeah.
everything was way worse.
Was Grant able to go into the hospital to see you?
No, he had to wait until 10 a.m. the next morning before he knew
Oh.
if I was okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. And they wouldn't let him in there, and I like woke up hysterical because I didn't know where I was at either. But so that happened in September, or like the first week of October in 2020. And then in May of 2021, Grant got in a horse accident and broke 8 bones.
And what happened?
He was just on a colt doing a ranch work, and the horse just ran off with him. They just bought that one from his horse sale, and I don't know what was wrong with him. Something not great.
But just ran away. Took the
Yeah,
bit
just took
and-
off. Yeah, took off, and it was not good country to be doing that in. And then his saddle rolled, and he fell, and his whole right side of his body, he broke 8 bones in. They thought he got hit by a car. He was going fast when he fell. And what's funny is he was on a flight as well. Had the same nurse as me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, funny, huh?
Wow.
8 months apart.
That's the nurse told you you're going to be all right?
Yeah, the same nurse that told me I was going to be all right.
They say, oh no, Grant, you're not going to make it.
No, I don't know that he ever put it together, but when I saw his name on the bill, I was like, oh, same guy.
Interesting.
Yeah, same dude.
And so how long was Grant laid up from that?
Honestly, not very long, because he broke ribs and his collarbone and his shoulder blade, and those heal pretty fast. There's nothing you can do for him. The only reason he was, near death was they punctured a lung.
Okay.
Yeah, he had like a half collapsed lung or something like that. I don't really remember entirely.
But no head injury then?
No, he didn't have a head injury,
Oh,
luckily.
good.
He didn't even have a concussion, really. Like, it worked out good. He was all right. It was not great. It took a while to be good again, but yeah, he's a trooper. He did it like no pain medicine at all.
Yeah, that's another Gregory trait.
Yeah,
It's,
high pain tolerance.
well, my dad, he'd say, yeah, I took 6 aspirin last year,
Yeah,
They take no medicine. My dad does.
yeah, that's how he is. Yeah, he didn't take anything for it. I would have been laid up.
Both my knees, I got them replaced, and I only had Tylenol.
Yeah,
Yeah, they give me a lot of OxyContin.
Yeah.
Which,
they offered it to him too, and he just, he
I don't
didn't
really-
like it. He didn't want it.
It might not even be OxyContin.
Yeah,
I was going to try to sell it on the black market, but Kelly discouraged me.
you could have paid for a horse. I mean,
Is it valuable?
it's valuable. Find a guy, find a buyer, buy a horse. Like, that's
That's how you do it.
that's how you do it. That's how we're doing it.
So I understand you want to start one of these.
I do. I want a podcast. I don't know what about yet.
What are you going to call it?
I don't know. I was thinking about chaotic.
Chaotic.
Chaotic with a K.
Chaotic. Chaotic Katie?
Yeah. Chaotic. Yeah. I don't know. I like that. I don't know.
Or Katie Chaotic?
I don't know. I gotta
Or
figure
just
out what it
chaotic.
is. I gotta figure out what I want to talk about. What lane I'm gonna go in.
So you've seen a few of mine, and they're all different.
That's true.
So you just start talking. You
That's-
start
yeah.
asking wherever the wherever
The conversation takes you.
wherever the guest wants to go, that's where you go.
Yeah. Could go. I don't know. I don't have guests. I live in the middle of nowhere.
So you could have a just your own vlog,
Yeah. I don't know. I could do that too. But I kind of prefer writing.
but you could write it.
I would-
and
I think-
and
yeah, I could
and
write
then
it.
do a
I could.
visual reading of your muses.
Yeah. I've been trying. My current goal is to release one blog story that I've written, like one a week. That's like what I would like to do. I have a bunch of them. I just haven't like edited them and got them all cohesive with a photo and everything.
You need to get on that.
I know I do.
After people hear this, they're going to be dying to see them.
Yeah,
So this will be coming out roughly 5 weeks.
5 weeks. Okay. In 5 weeks, I'll have 5 posted for you to read.
Okay.
I'll be on it. I'm gonna get on it. I have a bunch of stories. I just I don't know. The 2 kids thing was hard for me.
Oh, hey, one of the stories I like you telling is Tyson Durfee.
That was at OSU graduation. Grant's middle brother had graduated there, and I think the second time I hung out around you.
Could be. Yep.
Yeah. And so we'd walk into your hotel room, and you're like, have your phone out on a live, and you're like, Katie, tell us a joke. And then I don't remember how he got brought. I don't think Mike told you I had a crush on Tyson Durfee when I was a teenager.
And so those of you that don't know, Tyson Durfee, world champion calf roper.
Yeah.
Really, really great
yeah.
guy.
Yeah. I always liked that he wore pink, and I really liked his horse Bailey. I even know the horse's name. That's insane, huh? I'm 30 years old. Yeah. No, then after that happened and he made me say hi to Tyson Durfee on his live because I didn't know they were friends. You like have some kind of connection to him, right? Like you know him?
Yeah, we used to go up to his dad's house
Yeah.
all the time, and Tyson used to be there. It was before he was in the NFR and
Yeah.
stuff. So when Jacqueline was little, she used to go, and Cody, they used to go calf rope and breakaway at Roy Durfee's all the time. And so I knew Tyson through there. And then I saw him at Calgary, like every year at Calgary. Then he would be up there whenever I was up there.
Yeah, no, you had him send me a video that I think it was either a happy birthday or a Merry Christmas. I don't know. I have it on my phone still. I still saved it because I died of embarrassment and laughter at the same time. So
It was good though.
it was a good time. Yeah, it was a good time. I was like, your Uncle Chris is actually certifiably insane because you know, this is a childhood crush. I don't even remember why we were talking about it. I think you just were saying that
Well,
the kids had roped up there or something.
You say a lot of things
I do.
whenever someone's around you. So you might have just, said, boy, the weather's really hot and I like Tyson Durfee and I sure could use some chicken and waffles.
I honestly, we did eat chicken and waffles too. I do remember that. Yes, no, I really do. I sometimes leave an interaction thinking that's not my best work. Sometimes you just get to rolling.
Just sometimes, huh?
Sometimes. I work really hard. I want to be like my sister-in-law. My middle sister-in-law, younger sister-in-law is Lainey. And she holds it together so well.
She's put together.
She's put together. She's so classy. Ugh, be
unflappable.
Yeah, no, I'm flappable. Like, oh yeah, no, I'll tell you all about my life story, worst times of my life, the best times of my life.
So do you have a worst time story?
Well, probably dying. That was probably up there. That's probably
Okay.
pretty close to the worst.
Do you have a worst time before you met Grant story?
Before I met Grant.
Did you have a devastating prom?
Oh yeah, you want to hear about my first date?
There you go.
Yeah,
Perfect.
It really was like the worst time. So I wasn't allowed to go on a date until I was 16. And so I got to go on a date. I was 16. I got to go on a date, and the guy came to pick me up. And he wanted to take
Was
me.
it a guy you had a crush on forever or just?
No. He was just a friend who asked me out, and I would tell him, I can't go on a date with you. I'm not allowed. And then I was allowed. It was time to go on a date. So he came and picked me up. And let's start this off with my mom had a mini pig. And it was, she won a mini pig. My mom is also a gifted writer, and she won a mini pig in a
Won?
writing essay. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Sparkles,
What a
Sparkles the
prize.
pig. It was a mini pig. My dad was so mad when that mini pig lived in our house because it was a micro mini pig, like a teacup mini pig that she won.
Congratulations.
We don't have the pig anymore. The pig died. It was a rough time for the pig, but
Baby back ribs or?
no, I don't know what happened to it.
Okay,
I don't even
all right.
remember.
Right.
But she had this little black teacup pig, and his name was Sparkles, and he was like, those pigs aren't like trainable. Like they're kind of wild, and pigs.
So the poo everywhere.
Yeah, they're terrible. And so this boy comes to pick me up. His name was Michael, actually, but he comes to pick me up, and my mom's holding the teacup pig. First thing out of the bat, like my mom's holding this teacup pig, and this guy walks up, and he's doing it all correct. Like he comes up to the door, speaks.
And is this a black tie affair? Or
No. We're going to a carnival.
Okay.
Which is jeans and t-shirt. But it's not like it's anything fancy. But then we have to stop and discuss the pig. And my mom tries to pass off the pig, and the pig jumps out of her hands and is running around the front yard. And she's like, I can't really catch him, but he comes if I shake oatmeal. And so she goes inside, gets a bucket of oatmeal, and is shaking the oatmeal. And this pig comes wheeling around into its crate to eat the oatmeal. And that's how the pig was trained. That's not even the worst part of the story.
We'll carry on.
Okay, so he picks me up. So he takes me to this carnival, and I was trying so hard to be cool, but we've already discussed, like, heights aren't my thing. So do you remember the zipper ride?
I don't know what that is.
Have you ever heard, like, at rodeos and stuff? So it looks like a zipper, like, and it's, your body's here and your feet go down like a zipper, like your feet are the legs of the zipper.
I don't know.
And it's a cage. And
Okay.
it, like, spins around, and then it, like, Ferris wheels while you're
Okay.
inside the cage. That's
But really
spinning.
fast.
Yes. And I was like, of course I'll go on that. Of course I will. So we go on it, and we get off, take about 5 steps, and I throw up all over this man. Everywhere. Like, everywhere. I had been drinking red ices.
Oh.
Yeah, so like...
And with alcohol in them or?
No, I was 16.
Well, that doesn't stop everybody.
No, I was a rough teenager. But no, this was pure fun. I just got sick from the ride. I was trying to be brave, and I shouldn't have been. Nicest guy ever. He never said another word about it. Didn't tell anybody either. I'm telling everybody now.
Did you have a second date?
No.
No. So, so he didn't tell everybody, but he also
He's
didn't
also
come-
like pass, respectful pass. That's a lot. A pig and throwing up on me in one night's kind of a lot. So that was, that's like, it's a bad time right there.
Well, this has been a super fun conversation. Do you have any inspirational sayings?
I told you this a while ago.
Well,
But I know, but I forgot it. Like, hold on. It is my saying.
You miss.
Oh, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
All right. What does
Yeah.
that mean to you?
It means when you have opportunities, you say yes to them. Any opportunity. And because of that, I've got to do some really cool stuff. So, like right now, like I know, like Graham was like, I don't want to go on a podcast. I was like, no, I'll go on a podcast. What's the worst that could happen?
Right. Right.
Yeah. Just sit here and talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to do a lot of cool stuff by just saying yes to the opportunities that come your way.
You know, it's amazing how people don't do that.
I know. I try to live my life that way, especially after almost dying. I really want to take 100% of the opportunities that come my way.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to tell people that we haven't told them?
I don't think so. I think I've said enough about me. We got to the teacup pig. It was a dark time.
Well, Katie, I've always enjoyed visiting with you. I enjoy watching what you post on Facebook. It usually makes me laugh.
Yeah. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram.
Yep. Katie Gregory and
Yep.
KatieGregoryPhoto.com.
Yep.
Michael Gregory Real Estate. We'll just plug those two places. And,
Yeah. There's some of my work on all of those.
hey, well, thank you
Yeah.
very much, young lady. It's been a joy.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.